Yes, that lady got married to the clerk in the office of the Board of Education. She was simple, but she was unhappy. Okay. Second paragraph is that she suffered incessantly meant constantly, feeling herself bound for all delicacies and luxuries. She suffered from the poverty of her apartment, the shabby walls and worn chairs. All these things tortured and angered her. So, as she expected that she wanted to maintain dignity, that was not possible to her. As she suffered with the poverty and constant feeling herself born in delicacies and luxuries, I think she might have enjoyed a lot in her parental care, but it was not possible in the husband's house. And she suffered from the poverty also of her apartment because her apartment was not in a dignified manner, and it was in the locality where the people were not much dignified people. In that apartment she was living, and she did not feel very happy to stay in that apartment because that apartment was filled with shabby walls, and it was that the chairs were not much good in condition, worn clothes, and even the all things tortured and angered her. That means that she wanted to enjoy, she wanted to have the luxurious life as early as possible, and she wanted to mingle with the high level dignified people who were enjoying the luxurious life. This was her intention. But her did opposite, that husband was not able to earn that much more, and even he was not at all ambitious person like this lady. So this shows that there was a differentiation between husband and wife. So let me go to the third paragraph now. Just a minute. When she seated herself for dinner opposite her husband, who uncovered the tureen with a delighted air, saying, "Oh, a good top potty. Okay, I know nothing better than that." She would think of elegant dinners of shining silver. She thought of the sorry, exquisite food served in marvelous dishes. She had neither frocks nor jewels, nothing, and she loved only those things. So one day, that evening for dinner, she sat in front of the husband, okay, uncovered with terrain, with terrain means it is only kind of a dress it is, a long dress, large dress, with a delighted air saying that, "Oh, good pot pie." Pot pie means it is a fish dish made by the fish here, and I know nothing better than that. She was about to say something, and here the dot says that she was about to say something, and it was a continued manner, and there stopped in between, paused in between. She would think of elegant dinners. Elegant means a tasty dinner here in this lesson. And shining silver. She wanted to have a food in the silver plate, and she wanted to have a very rich food in her house. But that kind of luxuriousness was not available in that house. And she thought of the exquisite food served in marvelous dishes. Marvelous means very beautiful dishes were available in that place. And she had neither frocks, okay, nor jewels, nothing. And she loved only these things. So she thought that she tried to justify herself that she was a little happy in that small apartment because she was not able to get the gold and jewels, all those things, because husband was not able to bear all those things. Children, this is a one thing about her description. So later, next paragraph, I am going to explain you. She had a rich friend, a schoolmate at the convent, who she did not like to visit. She suffered so much when she returned. She wept for whole days from despair and disappointment. So in that nearby place, she had a rich friend who was schoolmate also in the convent. But schoolmate time, okay. However, the adjustment will be there, friendship it is, so no problem. But now she had grown up now. It's difficult task to go and mingle immediately, and even she did not like to visit her house because her level of learning was different, and this lady's level of learning was different. living different. So she felt that she was not much equal to that lady, and she did not go also most of the times, and she suffered so much when she returned. By seeing the everybody, the people who were living in luxurious manner, by seeing at them, she was feeling jealous always. How those people are residing in a luxurious manner? Why it is not possible for me? When will I enjoy like that enjoyment? So this kind of concept were coming in the mind of that lady. Then she wept means cried, wept for whole days from despair and disappointment. Totally, there was a sadness in her mind and disappointed with the marriage also and the husband also and the house where she was residing also, and she did not have a much richness also, luxurious life was not there, and she wanted to be in the with the people who were enjoying always, that was not available for her. So in this ways, no, she was hesitating to move out of the house and meet the people who were very good friends in the school time also. Those people were residing at luxurious houses and they were enjoying with the dignified members. Okay, but she was not able to go there. Then later, one evening, her husband returned, elated, bearing in his hand a large envelope. Elated means a little happier manner. He entered the house with an envelope. So something was there in the envelope. Here, he said, here is something for you. So something invitation card he brought to the house, and he said that here, he said, here is something is there for you. So casually he was not bringing anything to the house, but on that day he brought occasionally that envelope. So something was there in envelope. Let us see what is that one. Immediately, as soon as he said a statement, she quickly drew out. Drew is the past tense of draw. Drew up a printed card on which were inscribed these words. Inscribed means printed. Okay, written. Inscribed means subscribe, inscribe. Okay, here what was printed in that card actually, the Minister of Public Instruction and Madam George Rampon asked the honor of Mr. and Madam Lozel's company Monday evening, January 18, at the minister's residence. Means that it was an invitation card for Mr. and Mrs. Lozel's company. Means Lozel's people were invited, both the couple were invited for the honoring, especially in front of in the ministry people, they were going to get honor. So by showing this one, by seeing this one, that lady got comforted and really she felt very happy. So next later, instead of being delighted, actually she was about to be happy, and husband thought that by seeing it to it, the wife would be very happy. But instead of being delighted, as her husband had hoped, she threw the invitation spitefully upon the table, murmuring, "What do you suppose I want with it?" Okay, so immediately she did not feel very happy. He expected that she would be very happy by seeing invitation card, and both of the people, couple are going to get an honoring in front of minister or from the minister. That by seeing that she could enjoy, he thought it, but really it was totally opposite. As soon as seeing the invitation card, she did not feel very happy, and she threw the invitation card spitefully, means without interest, upon the table, murmuring, "What do you suppose I want with that? So what shall I do with this invitation card? What shall I do by coming over there? What is my work? What I am going to get it?" In this kind of all the questions were asked to husband by seeing to at invitation card. Later, husband replied very coolly, "But my dearie," dearie means dear wife, "I thought it would make you happy. You never go out, and this is an occasion and a fine one. Everybody wishes one, and it is very select. Not many are given to employees. Okay, you will see the whole official word there." So he tried to convince her in a polite way. "Why, my dear wife? Why are you sad? Okay, so this is an occasion. Actually, you should feel very happy. I thought that I had not taken you anywhere these many days. It is an occasion to that to go and mingle with everyone. And this kind of invitation will not come to everyone. This has come to me occasionally, and it has not come to everyone. All the employees, it has not come. Only for a few people will be selected every year, and this opportunity has come to me. So you have to enjoy with this, and you will see the whole official world there. So dignified officials will be available in that place. So you will be very happy if you present over there. In this way, the husband politely tried to convince her by his words. Then later, what happened? She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently. Impatiently means she was not able to control herself. What do you suppose I have to wear to such a thing as that? Yeah, you're telling that to come and attend the function. But what kind of facility you have given me? What kind of dress I have to wear there? And in front of those officials, how should I come over there in this kind of dresses? How it is possible? How it is possible? How shall I come over there with normal dresses? What shall I wear in that grand function? So these kind of questions were put up by the lady in front of the husband. Then later, what was the reply? He had not thought of that. He stammered. Why? The dress you wear when we go to the theater? It seems very pretty to me. He was silent, stupefied, in dismay at the sight of his wife weeping. He stammered, what is the matter? What is the matter? Immediately, as she said all these things, he stammered, means that he felt very bad. Immediately, yeah, the dress, no, every time he used to wear when we were going to theater, that dress very looking pretty. Now you look pretty in the dress. You can wear a dress and come with me for the function. What's the problem? And after seeing this one, he was silent. He could not be able to talk anything. Okay. And the sight of his wife weeping, immediately started to cry. And he did not come to know why she was crying. Immediately again he stammered. He felt very bad and asked the question to her, what's the matter? What's the matter? Then what was the reply from the wife? By a violent effort, she had controlled her vexation and responded in a calm voice, wiping her moist cheeks. Nothing, only I have no dress, and consequently I cannot go to this affair. Give your card to some colleague, those whose wife is better fitted out than I. So immediately she controlled herself and replied to the husband, no, I'm not interested to come to the party what you are inviting. Better you give this card to somebody because I don't have dresses to wear to the grand function. You give this card to somebody, hand over this card to somebody whose wife looks very good for that function. Go and hand over. I don't want to come to the function without the grand dresses. I don't have dresses, I don't have jewels, I don't have ornaments to wear over there. Well, how should I come? Go, I don't have interest to come over there, and just give to some of the colleague whose wife is better fitted out of than I. Means like this, without hesitation, she answered to husband regarding this function. So what would be the condition of the husband, real children? Very difficult task to convince this kind of ladies, especially in this dress manner, difficult task. But how did he respond there? He was grieved, again sad, but answered, let us see Matilda, her name was Matilda actually, how much would a suitable costume cost? Something that would serve for other occasions, something very simple. Okay, Matilda, I do understand, but presently how much it's possible for us? So you can manage with the dresses, whichever you have. So in the future days, we can manage it up. So we can do it. Actually, his intention was that not to have a luxurious life now, right this moment. In the future days, let the time come and to enjoy. In this way, he tried to answer that lady, but lady was not in condition to reply to the husband. She wanted to come with him with that whatever she expected. Then she reflected for some seconds, thinking of a. Means he asked the question to her, how much cost you want that to purchase all those things. So it might be very simple, no? So not to take a very grand dresses or something. How much it cost? Politely asked her. Later, she reflected for some second, thinking a sum that she could ask for without bringing it an immediate refusal, and a frightened exclamation from the economic clerk. Finally, she said in hesitating voice, I cannot tell exactly, but it seems to me that 400 francs ought to cover it. So immediately when the husband said how much it cost, it was the right time for her not to deny immediately, because he did not ask one time also. This is the right time she felt it. However, he is asking now how much amount she required. Immediately she kept quiet and thought for some time, and immediately she replied afterwards, yeah, actually it cost nearly 400 francs. It may happen, lump sum amount, maybe 400 francs amount required for dress codes and all. The francs is the currency of the that country, means France country. And she said that maybe if I purchase all those things, overall some lump sum amount is nearly 400 francs required to purchase all those things, so that we can maintain the dignity wherever we go to functions. In this way, she answered to the husband's question. Then what was the plan of husband? Because only those many rupees was saved by him in his lifespan. So if he would spend all those amount upon dress, what would be the next survival emergency amount? What would be the emergency amount then? So then answer from husband, he turned little pale, pale means dull, for he had saved just this sum to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties the next summer. With some friends who went to shoot larks on Sunday. Nevertheless, he answered, very well, I will give you 400 francs, but try to have a petty dress. So actually that person also had a little simple habit. He wanted to purchase a gun. So that gun which suitable for the shooting party. And he saw many of his friends were very busy with the hunting in the free days. That's why he saved that amount to purchase the gun. And immediately, as wife was asking the amount, no, he decided to sacrifice it. Okay, very well, I will give you 400 francs, no worry, but try to purchase the pretty dress. Don't waste the amount by taking the unworthy dresses. In this way, he answered. Anyway, first time in life, I think he accepted, and whatever saved amount he tried to give to the wife. Then what would be the reaction of the wife? See here, the questions are there here. What fresh problem now disturbs Madame Loisel, and how is the problem solved there? So the problem was that how to mingle with the dignified people without dresses. It was a problem. Second question, how is problem solved means the husband accepted to provide the 400 francs to her to provide the dresses. Okay. So next paragraph, the day of the ball means function here, approached, and Madame Loisel seemed sad, disturbed, anxious. Nevertheless, her dress was nearly ready. Her husband said to her one evening, what is the matter with you? You have acted strangely for 2 or 3 days. So actually he provided 400 francs also. He went and purchased a dress also. It was looking pretty. But also this lady was not at all happy. Why she was not happy? Again she started weeping. By seeing to it, the husband got confused. Yeah, I provided the amount to her and she is wearing a very beautiful dress. What's the problem with that one? Again, he asked a question, what is the matter with you? You have acted strangely for 2 or 3 days. Since through 3 days you are acting in a different manner. What happened to you? In this way, he asked a question to her later, and she responded, I am vexed out not to have a jewel, nothing to adorn myself. I shall have such a poverty-stricken look. I would prefer not to go to this party. So see, however, he managed to give a saved the amount to her and purchase her also. But now the question has come. Yeah, I have a dress, but I don't have a jewel to wear, and I don't have any ornaments to wear upon my body. Okay, and I shall have such a poverty stricken look. That much poverty is available in my house. How can I come to that party? No, I cannot come. See, what is the condition of that lady now, and what about the person's condition, husband's condition? However, he gave a whole amount, whatever is saved in these many years, he saved and he provided the amount to her. She purchased her also, and now it is right time to go and attend the function. At last moment again, she had taken this concept, how shall I come without jewelry? So sometimes what happen, desires will, too much desires are going to give a too much trouble to us. As Buddha says that it's a real task. So we should have a desires, but too much desires are dangerous. So we should continue with the desires till our limitation. We should not cover or we should not cross our limitations. For example, we are able to earn per annum 3 lakhs, 5 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees. But our intention to earn within a 1 year 50 lakh rupees. How it is possible? Okay, if you take a loan also, how do you clear the loan? How it is possible? We have to think all those things, no? But that lady was not able to think all those things. And okay, however, it should be good only, and husband should provide it. It is duty. Okay, fine. But everything should be in a planned manner, and she could have given some ideas to him how to make it up, how to save it up, and step by step everything should happen. No, so that did not happen over here from the wife over there, because both the wife and husband both are the pillars. Here one works and another doesn't work, difficult task. So in this manner here, that lady did not cooperate with that husband, and he replied, "You can wear some natural flowers in this season. They look very chic." Yeah, he gave a very good idea. Yeah, what's the problem? No, just take a natural flowers, wear it, and in this season many flowers are available, and you look very pretty with that flower. What's the problem? Try to be simple according to him. But she wanted to show in front of other people. She looks very pretty. She looks very luxurious lady. She wanted to boost in front of other people. She had everything. Then she was not convinced. No, she replied, there is nothing more humiliating than to have a shabby air in the midst of rich women. Hey, how it's possible? No, it's not possible. How shall I wear those natural flowers? See, I'm going to the big function. Okay, in the big function, many women will be involved in that one, and those people wear different kind of dresses, and they wear the different costly jewels. In front of them, what is this? How shall I wear natural flowers? It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. So in this way, she answered in a very wrong manner. Yes, Pavitra, any doubt do you have? Pavitra, do you have any doubt, child? B, Pavitra, any doubt, child? Okay, fine. She is not audible now. Fine, okay. So she was not convinced and said no also. She replied, there is nothing more humiliating than to have a shabby air in the midst of rich woman. Then later, what was the response of husband then? Then her husband cried out means shower, this what shouted, how stupid we are. Go and find your friend, Madam Forrester, and ask her to lend you her jewels. Yeah, how stupid we are. Okay, go and borrow the jewels from your friend. Okay, and ask her to lend you her jewels. That's a simple thing. Go and borrow it, wear it, and afterwards return it. That's it, no? Go and do it. So, in easiest manner, he answered to the question of that lady, and immediately, as soon as the husband's permission, she uttered a cry of joy. It's true, she said. I had not thought of that. Ah, are you telling right? Are you telling really? So I did not expect that you would give me permission to go and borrow somebody's jewels and return it back. I did not think about it actually. So in this way, she answered. The next day, she took herself to her friend's house and related her story of distress. Madame Forrester went to her closet. Closet means actually cupboard, took out a large jewel case, brought it, opened it, and said, choose my dear. Actually, her friend was a very wealthy lady, and she was kind also, generous also, kind hearted lady. And as soon as she visited her house, immediately this girl, Madame Loisel, means Matilda, tried to explain about her pretty dress. It's common thing. Casually, ladies will explain about this. Same thing she also had done it. And after that, when this Madam Forrester had taken her to the cupboard and removed her jewel case and brought in front of this lady, yeah, take how many you want or whatever you want, just choose your whatever you want. In this way, open-mindedly, she kept in front of Matilda. Then she saw at first some bracelets, then a collar of pearls, then a Venetian cross of gold, and jewels of admirable workmanship. She tried the jewels before the glass, hesitated, but could neither decide to take them nor leave them. Then she asked, "Have you nothing more?" So it's a common thing, no? When we come to the ladies' ornaments or jewels are very important thing. When ornaments are in front of them, really they won't decide immediately, especially ornaments or jewels and even saris. It's a difficult task because they watch everything and border that is difficult task. Same thing happened over here. So many jewels were in front of her. She was in confusion, which one to take up, which one to leave it. And she tried many jewels before the class also and hesitated to ask that which one to take it, which one to leave it. She wanted to have everything over there, but there was no chance to her. Only she had to ask only few jewels to wear upon her body. And now again she asked a question, have you nothing more? Means that like how we ask in the jeweler shop, no? Like that she asked, only these many are there or still many designs are there? In this way she asked a question to her. Then later, Madam Forrester, why yes, look for yourself. I don't know what will please you. No, many are there, but I don't know what are the things are going to attract you or please you. Okay, in this way she answered it. Suddenly she discovered in a black satin box a superb necklace of diamonds. Her hands trembled as she took it out. She placed it about her throat against her dress and was ecstatic. Then she asked in a hesitating voice, full of anxiety, could you lend me this? Only this. So immediately she asked a question to her. Yeah, don't you have any more jewels with you? And that lady answered that I don't know, many are there, but I don't know which one you like it. That's why I did not show it. Immediately, she discovered many things in the cupboard over there, and there was a black satin box, and opened it. In that black satin box, there was superb necklace of full of diamonds. It was, and her hands trembled, feared, trembled means feared, as she took it out. She placed it about her throat against her dress. Immediately, by seeing to it, got shocked because it was first time she was seeing to it, and it was looking very grand and it was looking costly also. And it was ecstatic means it was costly. And she asked in a hesitating voice, full of anxiety. Anxiety means fear. Could you lend me this? Lend me means borrow. Only this one means she saw all the jewels, but last moment she asked it, necklace, diamond necklace. Could you lend means can you borrow it? The same thing. Can I borrow it done? Only I want this one. Can you give it to me? In this way, she asked, requested her friend. Why? Yes, certainly, sure. In this way, that lady answered very politely. Then later, she fell upon the neck of her friend, embraced her with passion, then went away with her treasure. Immediately, when a friend accepted to give that ornament, she hugged her and said the thanks to her in a very polite manner and with a passion means with interest. Embrace means hugged here and went away with the treasure. Treasure means wealth. Then the day had come, the function day. The day after the ball arrived. Madame Loisel was a great success. She was the prettiest of all, elegant, means very beautiful, gracious, smiling, and full of joy. All the men noticed her, asked her name, and wanted to be presented. So, according to her desire, she got a dress from husband, and husband gave permission to her to get a borrow the jewel from her friend or neighbor friend, Madame Forrester, and she also accepted to give a grand necklace, and she brought it according to her desires. Whatever she expected, everything happened, and function day arrived. She went over there, and she was an attraction of the function. Everybody saw her, and everybody asked their name by seeing to her dress, and she was looking very pretty, and she was herself very happy because she did not feel that kind of happiness in her life. First time she was feeling, and later all the men noticed her and asked her name also by seeing to her, and even she wanted to be presented whatever she wanted, whatever her desires were there, everything fulfilled on that day, and that happiness was found on her face. Then she danced with enthusiasm, intoxicated with pleasure, thinking of nothing but all this admiration. This victory, so complete and sweet to her heart. So, as with the enjoyment, she did not think anything. She danced with everyone. She did not bother about any moment over there. And totally, she was filled with the pleasure and happiness. And she did not think about her poverty life. So she felt that it was a victory in her life, and whatever she expected, she fulfilled it with the help of husband and Madame Forrester, and it was a memorable moment in her life. So, however, she attended the function, and after the function, it was time to depart from the place. Then, after completing the function, she went home towards 4 o'clock in the morning, means whole night, most probably she spent her time with dancing and enjoyment and all those things. Her husband did not go to the function. Her husband came to the house in between, and but this lady was totally busy with her luxurious enjoyment. She did not bother even about husband also. Husband went to the house, but this lady enjoyed up to late night in the morning, up till morning. Her husband had been half asleep in one of the little salons since midnight, with three other gentlemen whose wives were enjoying themselves very much. So here husbands were kept quiet. They did not feel very happy because got tired because they worked, and later in the evening they attend the function, and even they had to go duty also next day, and these wives were did not have any work, so enjoying like anything. And here with Madam Matilda's husband, other three men also were waiting there, because their wives also were enjoying like anything. Really, these husbands were very condition was very pathetic because they were feeling asleep, but these ladies were enjoying like anything by dancing, drinking, and all those things. Then what happened later, whether they reached home or not, after reaching, what happened over there, whether everything was okay or not. So this thing we will see by tomorrow's class. This was today's class. You have learned that what was the condition of how did that lady marry with Mr. Lozel, and how did she fulfill her desires, and how did she borrow the necklace from Madame Forrester, and how did she enjoy the function, and how the people reacted to her dress code, and how did she enjoy the function. These all the things today we have learned it. This is a small recap of this class today, and we will continue the lesson tomorrow. What happened after the function, and how was the reaction of this lady and husband? What did they do for completion of that loss? Let us see in the tomorrow's class. So thank you everybody for being with me. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll meet again in the morning class.
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, tell me, ma.
Sir, the